Hello students. So today we will be discussing about identities, and this is our last topic of this chapter. So what we will be studying in identities is, suppose that we are given any algebraic equation. So for any equation to be an identity, it must satisfy that for all values of x, the RHS should be, or the LHS should be equals to RHS for any algebraic equation to be an identity. Let us understand this with an example. Here we are given an equation that is x square minus 7x plus 9 is equals to minus 3, and this, if we put x equals to 1, what we will get is minus 3, which is what we will get is 3, which is not equals to RHS. And if we put x equals to 3, and if we put x equals to 3, we will get the value of this expression x square minus 7x plus 9 equals to minus 3, which is equals to right hand side, right? So clearly we can see that this equation is not true for all the values of x. That's why this above equation is not an identity. So let us discuss about some standard identities which you will be using in your lifetime, right? These are the most important identities. Those are, as you have learned how to multiply a given binomial with binomial. So let us take any two binomial, or let us just take any one binomial and multiply that binomial with itself. That is, if we take binomial a plus b, right, and if we multiply this a plus b with itself, that is a plus b, what you will get is a plus b into a plus b, right? First, what you will do is, you will multiply this a, wait, you will multiply this a with a plus b, right, and then you will multiply this plus b with this a plus b, right, and in this way you will get a square plus ab plus ba plus b square. Right, here you can see that we have got two like terms, that is ab and ba. You will add these, so what you will get finally is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this one is an important identity, this one. Now in the second case, suppose that we are given that uh, you have to multiply a minus b with a minus b, right? So what you will get is, you will get the same result as above, just to see what difference will be there. If you multiply this a minus b with a minus b, if you multiply this a minus b with a minus b, what you will do is, you will first multiply this a with a minus b, and then you will multiply this minus b with a minus b. What you will get is a into a minus b, that is a square minus ab. If you multiply this minus b with a minus b, what you will get is minus ba, and this minus b into minus b will become plus b square. So you can see a into a square minus ab minus ba and plus b square, right? So here again we are having two like terms. We will simplify these and it will become a square minus 2ab and plus b square. So this one again is a very important identity which will be used for a very long time. Another, we come with identity 3. Before moving on with identity 3, I'd like to uh, tell you how you can write this expression in another way also. Okay, so we can see that how can we write this a minus b in another way, right? See, I can write this a minus b as a plus minus b, right? I can write this a minus b as this, cause this plus and minus becomes minus, so it is same as a minus b, right? So if I can write this a minus b as a plus into minus b, what I will get is what I will get is the identity for a plus b whole square, where b is equals to minus b. So you can write this as a square plus 2 into a into b is minus b plus minus b square, right? You can write it as this. Now if you simplify this, what you will get is this a square will be as it is a square, 2 into a into minus b will be minus 2ab, this minus b square will be equals to plus b square. So again you are getting the same identity, and by solving it in another way, you are just converting this minus b into a minus b into a plus b, right? So told you just because some students find it easier to remember the identity for a plus b whole square. Right, now let us move on to identity 3, that is a minus b into a plus b. Right, again this is the case of multiplication of binomial with binomial. What you will first do is you will multiply this a with a plus b, then you will multiply this minus b with a plus b, right? So again here you can see that if you multiply this a with a plus b, you will get is a square plus ab. If you multiply this minus b with a plus b, you will get is minus ba plus b. So you can see here that again we are having two like terms, that is ab and minus ab. So these two terms will be cancelled out. What you are left with a square minus b square. So the identity for a plus b into a minus b becomes a square minus b square. So this one is again also very important. Now moving on to identity number 4. If you have to multiply this x plus a into x plus b, again what you will do is you will multiply first x with x plus b, then you will multiply this plus a with this x plus b. What you will get is uh, x square into bx. If you multiply this a with x plus b, you will get is ax plus ab, right? So here you can see that after simplifying, after multiplying these, you will get this expression, right? In the later chapter you will be studying about factorization, in which you will take the common terms outside, right? We will discuss that in detail in next chapter. So I can take x common, right? I can take x common from both these equations, right? So sorry, can take x common from this expression, x plus b and x plus a. So if I take x common, what I will get is x square will be kept as it is. Here I have taken x common, so what we are left with is b plus a, so which is written over here, plus ab will be kept as it is. So the final expression for the identity becomes x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. Now let us see why these identities are actually important. what is the importance of these identities? Suppose that you have to find the square of a bigger number. Suppose it is given that you have to find square of, let us take example from your textbook. Suppose that you have to find the square of 96, right? So what you will do is you will not multiply this 96 with 96 in the traditional manner. What you will do is you can, you can write this 96 as 100 minus 4, right? And if you want to find the square of this 96, you can find the square of this 100 minus 4. So clearly you can see that here we are coming with the identity a minus b whole square, right? Where a is equals to 100 and b is equals to 4. So what you will get is a square, that is 100 square, minus 2 into a is 100 into b is 4, plus b square, that is 4 square. And in this manner 100 square is 10,000, minus 2 into 4 is 8 into 100 is 800, 800 plus 16. So clearly you can see that you can easily uh, evaluate these terms. It is a lot more easier to add and subtract than to multiply the given number again and again, right? Suppose you have to find the value of this expression. Let us take an example. 100 107 is to be multiplied with 103, right? How you can write this 107 and 103 is you can write 107 as 100 plus 7, wait, 100 plus 7, and you can write this 103 as 100 plus 3, right? So you can see you can compare this identity 100 plus x into 100 minus 3 with x plus a into x plus b, where 100 is equals to x, right? A is equals to 7 and b is equals to 3. So you can use identity number 4 to solve this question. Otherwise you have your traditional way in which you will multiply this 107 with 103 in a longer way. Here what you will do is you will simply write the identity 100 square plus a plus b, that is 7 plus 3 is 10, and 200, and which is equals to x, plus a into b, that is 21. What you will simply do is you will uh, add 100 square with 1000 and then add 21, then it becomes 10,000 plus 1000 plus 21, right? So you can add these things by yourself. So on the basis of this your remaining exercise questions will be done. So in the next class we will be discussing about doubts, and we will start with our new chapter, that is factorization. So for if you want to understand that chapter, you should have a clear vision of this chapter, that is algebraic expressions and identities.